Today on People Now, Kate Hudson welcomes a new baby girl.
Wait until you hear the special meaning behind her name.
Big Bang Theory star Kaley Cuoco is ready to flex her comic book skills with a new role as a DC villainess.
Yeah, I almost had a full diarrhea attack. They gave me like an extra line. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, I have to do it now?
Adam Rippon shares his hilarious and maybe a little stressful time on the set of Will and Grace.
Ryan Gosling has the most adorable revelation about his daughters thinking that he's actually an astronaut.
And Channing Tatum had to work for his daughter's approval when it came to his singing voice. He tells us how he got that stamp of approval.
It's all today on People Now. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to People Now. Tonight is a big night for TV. Season 2 of Will and Grace premieres, everybody.
Yeah.
How are we feeling?
Now, we've got Adam Rippon talking about his appearance on the show a little later on, but in honor of the premiere, we're asking you to send in your favorite Will and Grace gifts. So tweet us those gifts with the hashtag #PeopleNow. You may see them on the show.
Yeah, we'll take a look at those in just a little bit, but for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. We begin with this. She is here. Kate Hudson announced on Instagram Wednesday the birth of her little girl named Ronnie Rose Hudson Fujikawa, born on October 2nd. And there's a sweet story behind the name. Get this. She explained on Instagram, quote, "We've decided to name our daughter Ronnie after her grandfather, Ron Fujikawa. Ron was the most special man who we all miss dearly. To name her after him is an honor." Hudson has documented her entire pregnancy on Instagram, from her gender reveal back in April. We remember this, the balloons, the whole thing, all the way to visits from her celeb friends like Steven Tyler and her mama Goldie Hawn, and vacations with her boyfriend Danny Fujikawa. Now, baby Ronnie joins big brothers Ryder and Bingham, and the new mama is thrilled about having a girl to join that bunch. Her brother, Wyatt Russell, opened up to People in April about his sister's pregnancy. He revealed, "I was teary-eyed because I know how badly she wanted a girl. I know Danny, I'm sure in some part of every man's brain you're like, I'd love to have a little me, but when he met my brother's little girl Rio, who's the cutest thing in the entire world, she made him be like, okay, I want a girl." There you have it. Hudson and Fujikawa celebrated their upcoming arrival just 1 week ago with a pink-themed baby shower, which was, of course, documented on Instagram as well. Hudson wrote, "Grateful for these beauties throwing me the sweetest celebration for baby girl. Hashtag we ready." So cute. Of course, we want to welcome little Ronnie as well. Congrats to them. Khloe Kardashian has fans scratching their heads after she posted several puzzling messages on social media recently, stressing the importance of mental health and referencing the hours of sleep that she's lost due to overthinking. The latest was posted on Wednesday to her Instagram stories. It's a quote that reads like this: "If you've been brutally broken but still have the courage to be gentle to other living beings, then you're a badass with a heart of an angel." Kardashian offered no explanation for what might have inspired her to post that quote. Now, the cryptic messages come after a challenging summer for Kardashian, who spent the last few months in Los Angeles rebuilding her relationship with Tristan Thompson after allegations that he cheated on her during her pregnancy. The couple welcomed their daughter True on April 12th of this year, just days after those claims surfaced. True is Kardashian's first child. Now, sources recently told People that Kardashian and Thompson are expected to move back to Cleveland, Ohio very soon. Thompson plays NBA basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers, of course. Their regular season kickoff again in October 17th. One source tells us that the move will be hard for Kardashian, a Calabasas native, explaining she will really miss her mom and her sisters, but above all, she's, quote, committed to keeping her family together. That source adds Tristan has shown that he's committed to Khloe, so Khloe will make it work. Now we move on to this.
What's up, New York? I can't wait for you guys to see my new show on DC Universe.
You recognize that voice, guys? Well, it's Big Bang star Kaley Cuoco. She is saying goodbye to the CBS comedy and hello to the DC Universe. A lot of people buzzing about this. The actress announced on Wednesday that she'll be voicing the character of Harley Quinn for a new DC animated series. The character became a fan favorite since her portrayal by Margot Robbie. That was in 2016 Suicide Squad. Now, during the New York Comic-Con event, a teaser of the show was released. It featured Cuoco as the sassy female character. Along with voicing Quinn, Cuoco will also executive produced that series. Now, she's not the only superstar joining the series. Wanda Sykes, Lake Bell, Christopher Maloney, they are just a few of the big names expected to voice characters as well. No official premiere date has been released, but we are, of course, looking forward to that along with many other fans. All right, after a successful run on London's West End, Cuba Gooding Jr. is taking on Broadway as Chicago's Billy Flynn. Now, we sat down with the Oscar winner. He revealed what he loves most about the iconic musical.
The music is what attracted me to the musical at first. But I have pretty much a good time with the dancing too. That's fun. And then maybe that number where I interact with Amos, the cellophane.
Okay, yeah.
That might be my favorite number of the whole show.
What's your trick to kind of keeping the energy up and keeping yourself tuned in?
Sleep on your day off.
Okay.
Sleep during the day. If you can get sleep during the day, then you can be present for your performance in the evening. Because I played ice hockey 25 years. I boxed all over the world. Nothing is as hard as singing and dancing 8 times a week, 6 days a week.
That's actually pretty crazy to hear.
No,
Imagine that.
It's so true. And I think it's because in any organized sport, you're taught to breathe. I don't care whatever it is, you're taught to breathe while you're going through the movement. But when you're singing, your vocals are, that's where your breath is being used, and you're still your body's being moved. So it's a full body workout.
Main thing I take away from that, get a lot of sleep. That's good for all of us. That's not the only thing that Cuba has going on, though. He's also jumping behind the camera for his directorial debut, Bayou Caviar. Listen to this.
I think the whole thing of acting and directing and having to jump out of character to focus on other people's performances was a little challenging at first. But once you get into that editing room, as a director, you get to pick your takes and your co-stars' takes. That's intoxicating.
All right, so 2 things. I was going to say, I love how passionate he was about directing and hearing from him. He's an Oscar-winning actor who loves getting behind the camera and talking about the love life.
Oh, well, he's very busy, but we wanted to know maybe he's dating, you think, good-looking guy. He was like, absolutely not. He's married to his job.
Yeah, married to his job, directing, acting, singing, dancing. He's doing his thing. All right, you've got more for us in Star Trek.
I do. We are kicking off Star Trek today with one actor who may be hiding a secret profession. Ryan Gosling appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live on Wednesday to talk about his upcoming film, First Man. It's a biopic about astronaut Neil Armstrong. And while we all know and love Gosling as one of Hollywood's biggest actors, the star revealed that his daughters, Esmeralda and Amada, might have some other ideas about his job.
They did. They came to set, and they happened to, well, they came on this day where I was shooting a launch scene, so I was in the spacesuit and pretending to launch. And, I think they think I'm an astronaut.
Do you do anything to dissuade them from thinking you're an astronaut?
My oldest said the other day, she pointed to the moon, she was like, "That's where you work, right?"
That's so adorable. Honestly, for a kid, I can see why it could be a little confusing, you know? All right, moving on to this. The honeymoon isn't over yet for Meghan and Harry. The newlyweds stepped out in Sussex and were clearly not afraid to show a little PDA. Look at them. This is on a visit to the Peace Haven Youth Center. They could not keep their hands off each other while greeting the youngsters. Look at that handhold, a little lean there. We are watching. These two have not been afraid to get touchy-feely in public. A big difference from Harry's older brother, William, who rarely gets intimate in public. Here they are once again greeting school children and clinging to each other as they enter the Royal Pavilion in Brighton. The lovebirds holding hands in public goes back to their first public appearance in 2017 at the Invictus Games. Dickie Arbiter, a former palace spokesman, says Meghan is used to being touchy-feely, and Harry is the same. Harry has always been tactile. And they're actually not breaking any royal rules. Micah Meyer, an etiquette expert, told People, she says, there is no protocol that says they cannot show affection on official engagements, and this gesture makes them relatable and lovable to the public. When they weren't all over each other, the Duke and Duchess were greeting the cutest members of the crowd. Pooch lover, a new dog dad, Harry, got down to greet a golden retriever. So cute. Hey, maybe they bonded over their matching hair color. I don't know. While Meghan greeted a baby who apparently had never seen Suits. Look at that baby's face. I mean, I guess not too impressed to meet the Duchess. I'm sure Meghan was incredibly charming. The baby's gonna look back at that picture and maybe have regrets. I don't know. I love these two. You know what? I like a little Royals PDA. I'm into it. You can tell they really like each other. Makes me even more excited for their upcoming Royal tour. And those are your Star Treks for today. Jeremy, what do you think about a little Royals PDA?
Royal PDA is not a normal person PDA. It's not like they're in a line at an amusement park making out.
No,
you know what I mean? But it's for the royal family. Imogen Lloyd Webber and I talk about this all the time in the Royal Record here, that for the royals, it's always been very prim and proper. Even the slightest touch, the handholds, the arm link, all of that is a big deal in their world.
I think it's so cute. When I see PDA out and about in New York, sometimes I don't like it. I'm like, oh gosh, really? But here, I'm like, oh my goodness, like so adorable seeing them so lovey.
I had a couple making out in front of me on the train the other day. That's not what they are doing. Look, they're holding it. It's just
This
sweet.
is the right amount.
The right amount of PDA, yes. A little handhold.
Take notes, everyone.
They're here for each other, and they're showing it, and that's great. All right, let's move on to this, and you need to stick around. Adam Rippon is revealing why he fangirled over Matt Bomer on the Will and Grace set. Plus, Channing Tatum's explaining why he was the most nervous for his daughter's critique peek of his new movie. Don't miss this.
All right, guys, in honor of the season 2 premiere of Will and Grace, we've been asking you to tweet us your favorite gifts from the show, so let's take a look at what you've sent so far.
All right, Karen is my spirit animal.
Is that what's going on? What's happening?
She's a lot of people's spirit animal, I think, by the way.
Just
a little chug.
chugging it down.
That's what people are going to be doing
Hey, it's
while they
almost the
watch.
weekend.
Okay. That's right. All right, keep on sending in those gifts. We're excited for that premiere coming up tonight.
All right, now onto this. One person who's super excited for the Will and Grace premiere tonight is our favorite Olympic skater, Adam Rippon. So we mentioned earlier that he is gracing our screens as a guest star in an upcoming episode of the show, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, Adam gave us some behind-the-scenes details on what it's really like filming during that hit comedy.
The craziest thing for me is that like the show is like always growing as it is coming together and as we get closer to the show. The whole script is very funny. And then when it goes in front of a live audience, sometimes some of the jokes land better than some of the other ones. And the ones that don't land, they stop the taping. The writers all get together. They walk over to you and they tell you your new lines and you redo the whole scene.
On the spot.
Yeah, I almost had a full diarrhea attack. They gave me like an extra line. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, I have to do it now?
That would be a lot of pressure.
Oh, did you see my reaction? That would be my worst nightmare. I do that, so much pressure.
And guys, Adam will also be guest starring with Matt Bomer and Minnie Driver. Safe to say he was only a little excited about this. Take a look.
I'm obsessed and love Matt Bomer. Got to know him pretty well from like hanging out and doing like the rehearsals every day for like the whole week. So when you do an episode, you're like there for the whole week. And you do the table read and rehearsals, and then you have like the camera blocking and everything. So you get to spend a lot of time with everybody. I like love Matt so much, and Minnie is so cute and so funny. So it was like fantastic.
I'm so happy for him. We've been tracking along his journey after the Olympics and now, and it's really cool that he's getting these opportunities, especially to do acting, which he's, you know, obviously hasn't done before.
He was also really funny as we kept asking him questions about it. He was like, let's just be clear. I've got like one line. Like, it's a quick
We
scene.
built it up so much, but hey, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the episode, and you guys stick around because Adam is not done with the small screen quite yet. He'll be talking all about his new role as a judge on Dancing with the Stars Juniors.
All right, on to this. For 10 years, Stand Up to Cancer has made tremendous strides in the fight against cancer. In honor of their anniversary this year and the impact they've had, Mindy Kaling is teaming up with MasterCard and encouraging people to make it a date to hashtag Start Something Priceless. That's on October 10th.
People sat down with Kaling, and she revealed a couple of pals who she hopes to make a date with. Take a look at this.
I have a couple answers, right? The person I know will always be available in a good way is my friend BJ. So I'd probably take him out to sushi because he's an expensive date. And so I'd probably take him to Nobu, and that'd be really, really great way to get to that $4 million because that place is really nice but very expensive. If Reese Witherspoon was in town, I would take her to probably something by the water. She likes going to the shore, so maybe we would do like, I don't know, we'd go to Santa Monica or Malibu or something.
I love all of her ideas. Kaling also opened up about spending some quality time with her daughter. Here's what she had to say about that.
I'm really lucky because I get to create my own job opportunities, and because I do that, I can fit my daughter into my job, and it's something that it's a luxury that I know that most American women don't have, and it's kind of one of the nice things about having had my baby a little bit later in my career is that I can be like, hey, I want to be able to have like a little area for her to come and play so I can check up on her at work. So that is probably the biggest perk of my life, is being able to involve my daughter so much in my career.
I love that. Now, Mindy is notoriously private about her daughter and everything, and she kind of keeps that, you know, on the side. But I love when she opens up because she's like the most amazing mom, I would imagine.
Yeah.
She's super busy, but also like, you know, caring for a child. I love her so much.
It's interesting watching her there too. It just makes me think about her career and everything. She's really come into her own in a professional light. Like she's clearly like, you know, a powerful woman. She's got so much accomplishment there. And then to have this family life going, and she's doing that in such a strong way as well. She's
Inspiring.
impressive. Yeah.
She does it all.
She's the right person to lead that charge
Yeah,
too.
no, definitely.
All right, now moving on to this. Take a look.
It can't be true.
Migo, you will be banished from the village until you are ready to tell us the truth.
I know what I saw, and I'm gonna prove it.
Is it too late to have second thoughts?
This looks so good. The animated film Smallfoot is in theaters now, and it is packed with star power.
My girls saw it last night. They loved it. Can't stop talking about it. Channing Tatum plays the friendly Yeti named Migo. He actually had to sing in this role. It was a thing for him.
Oh, yeah. The producers gave Channing singing a stamp of approval, but his daughters needed a little more convincing.
Because I let her hear the song, just like not telling her like it was in the movie or not. I just like put it on in the car as we were like driving somewhere, and she was like real quiet, and I could see her like sort of back there like thinking, and she's real pensive and sort of like thoughtful, and like she'll just be like, I'm like, hey, have you know, I'm trying to not being cool about it at all.
Right.
I'm like, hey, so you know, you do like that song? And she's like,
He's right.
yeah, it's okay. And then I was like, wait, do you like it or no? And she's like, is that you? And I was like, yes. She's like, yeah, I liked it.
He's like, yes, yes.
Super adorable. And guess what, guys? We love Gina Rodriguez, right? Well, she's also in this film, and she's heading into the 5th and final season of the popular series Jane the Virgin.
The actress opened up about how she feels about wrapping it all up.
It was incredible. I'm very excited about our final season. Having Brett back is pretty remarkable. He's a phenomenal acting partner and just a really great friend, and I'm very happy to have him. And for us to bring the love triangle back, I know we're closing Jane, so it's nice to like start with it and end with it. We have our bookends.
And that's not all Gina is excited about. She recently got engaged to her boyfriend, Joe.
It's a really big deal. The duo, though, they've been pretty low-key about the romance on social media. The star isn't planning on posting about their big day after it happens.
I don't think so. No. I mean, like, nah. There are, I think, a few things that we get to hold dear and close to us in private. I think that's one of the ones I'm gonna keep.
All right, guys, Yara Shahidi also stars in this film, and the young actress has been making waves as an activist in Hollywood.
Yeah, she's even started a voting initiative called 18 by 18.
I feel like what I've loved are all the people reaching out to see how they could extend the initiative, more than just even like passing on the videos or something. People are really dedicated to the spreading of all this information, and so there are students who have reached out to see how they could bring 18 by 18 into their schools, teachers who have reached out, and so that support has just been so overwhelming, and I feel like it speaks to the fact that it's so necessary because our generation is engaged and wants to know, and it's a matter of actually marketing politics to us.
Talk about like a superstar in the making. She's already on her way, but like with, you know, grownish, blackish, like she is doing so much.
Oh, yeah. We've had her on the show a few times, and in speaking to her, she's so young, but she's doing all this amazing activism, and it's very inspiring. It makes you think like, oh, I need to start doing more things in the world.
I'll say this too. Just a couple weekends ago at the Emmys, a lot of stars went down that carpet. When she walked down, the crowd roared for her. People are really paying attention to her, paying attention to what she's doing. Like, I mean, just get ready for movie after movie on the way for Yara Shahidi.
She's doing great things with her platform, which I think is really important, because a lot of people, they have the platform, but they're not doing that work, but she obviously is like very passionate about it. So I think she's a great role model for a lot of people.
All right,
moving on to little Dancing with the Stars.
When we have a live audience and the song pops on, I'm like, yeah.
Yes!
I'm like, I gotta get there. I'm like, I can't stop myself. I think I got this. It's absolutely fun. Oh, I can't be more fired up.
I really think this is going to be great. Adorable kids, pro dancers, Adam Rippon as a judge. What more could you want in a show? The first ever season of Dancing with the Stars Juniors premieres this weekend, pairing your favorite celebrity kids with pint-sized pros.
Adam gave us some insight into his judging style, and it turns out there are quite a few tiers.
I can give you a little hint that there were a few tears throughout the season.
Really?
Yeah.
That you caused?
Oh, that you specifically caused. Wow.
To children.
I'm just a child myself. No, but you know what? Because I think when you're in that ballroom, it can get a little emotional. And I think that like I tried to break up the tension. Like my style of judging was trying to break up the tension, but also like keep it real so that you can improve.
The only thing about that show is how do you be mean to kids?
Yeah, you gotta give critique but be positive, but and it doesn't take much to make a kid cry, by the way.
I know. I kind of feel bad for the kids that have to do the show and then have the judges not be completely pleased with their dancing.
And yes, exactly right. And hearing him say that makes me want to watch so badly to see when those moments unfold, knowing that he feels terrible, but it's like, oh, I want to be real.
I know.
Gonna be honest.
And also, it's really cool to watch little kids be amazing dancers. Like, way better than we'll ever be. So.
Sad but true. All right, let's take one last look at our question of the day. We've been asking you to send in your favorite Will and Grace gifts in celebration of the season 2 premiere.
Let's see what we got.
It's funny because it's true.
It's pretty good. Jack is everything to me.
Excuse me, rudeness. Love him. And let's see what else we have here as far. Oh, that's it. By the way, so when it comes to that show, I'm going to be watching. I can't wait to see what this season does. The path is a little more cleared for them. Roseanne's kind of out of the picture.
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting to see how they do with this.
A lot of good feedback
continues.
for the first season, so I'm excited for it to be back. I'm very, very excited for Adam's episode, so I'll be looking for that.
Another question of the day tomorrow. Tune in for that. And coming up tomorrow, we have Ross Lynch live in studio filling us in on his new show, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Plus, rising country star Jay Allen is here talking about his song Blank Stares and the very special meaning behind it. Thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from country star Brett Young. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Brett Young, and this is One Last Thing. The last song that was stuck in my head is actually still stuck in my head, and that's my brand new single, Here Tonight. When you listen to a song this many times over the course of 2 weeks, it's inevitable.
Let's just stay here tonight.
My last guys' night was actually last night in New York City. My manager, myself, and my band went out for a real nice Italian dinner. The last time I was starstruck was earlier this year. I had the opportunity to meet my country music idol and a legend, Mr. Tim McGraw, in Dublin, and I was definitely a little fangirl.